Hey everyone, it's Miz Hollywood. I'm here at the Pantages Theater for the amazing Priscilla Queen of the Desert, which is here on tour. It is an amazing story about a trio that goes on a bus around the backwoods of Australia. It is an uplifting musical. It is so much fun. It's got music like It's Raining Men, I Will Survive, and Madonna songs, which you know I love. So we're here on the red carpet tonight, and I'm going to show you all the celebrities that are here. Let's go. How does it feel to bring your show on tour and be able to choreograph this and bring it to the people here in Los Angeles?
Well, the best thing is I did it on Broadway, and to experience it the way we did and have the audiences have the reaction, I was just blessed that I had the opportunity to teach a new company what we got to do, and I love to watch them experience this show the way that we did. It feels so good to be here in LA, and we're here for a long time, and it's kind of an accomplishment for me to be able to do this, and I'm very happy and honored to be the one that got to do this.
My question of the night is, I want to pick a drag name for everybody. So you have to say first pet name that you had and the first street that you lived on and put that together, and that is your drag name.
Oreo Desert Willow.
I think that's actually pretty good. You're like the Oreo Desert Willow here.
This is Oreo Desert Willow. Well, that's definitely a drag name.
And since the show, you know, is about a trio of people that go on this bus ride together, if you were going on a trip and you were on a bus in the outskirts of Australia, who would you bring with you on the bus?
Well, I'd have to bring a pop icon so I could be entertained. Why not Britney Spears? You know. And I think I'd have to bring on, I want a comedian. I want some Kathy Griffin.
Oh, that was one of mine too.
Yeah, I would take her.
Well, congratulations. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful night. Now, what is it like for you? How long does it take for you to do the full-on get-ready situation to become your character?
Well, I'm pretty lucky because it only takes me like about half an hour, which is great. But it's all the other stuff that is really complicated. Like when it comes to the costumes and all that kind of stuff, those things, the process of getting into those are crazy. It doesn't take that long, but it's more that it takes no time at all. You don't have the time to do anything. But I'm lucky. I throw on my lipstick, some glitter, and put a wig on, and I'm ready to go.
What is your favorite part in the show? You've done it so many times now.
Honestly, I feel like the audience is my favorite part of this show because they have so much fun and they give us so much love. I've never had an audience like this in any show I've been in. And I just know that they're always going to be along for the ride, and I just look forward to seeing them every night. Just have fun, you know.
Well, let's get you a drag name in real life, okay? So, what was your first pet's name?
This might not work for me. Let me see. Bubba.
And the first street you lived on?
Casaloma.
There's your drag name.
I must be from the South.
Mine is worse. Mine is Taffy Parliament.
That's great, though. I love that.
I said I'll just run in the door and be like, Taffy Parliament is here. So I am ready to go. I'll go dragging with you anytime, as long as you sing and you get the show going, because you have a much better voice than I do, and probably much better high kicks. So, how many costume changes do you have?
I have about 30 costume changes. It's great.
More clothes than I have in my closet.
It's like a marathon, let me tell you. But at least it's good exercise. Every night if I'm tired, I'm like, well, I'm getting some good exercise in right now. So.
Well, congratulations. I'm so happy that you guys are here, and I cannot wait to see the show again. So thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting you. So let's talk about your character. Your character is different from the other characters in the show because they are drag queens, and you play a transsexual, so you've already gone through operation, the change, whatever you want to call it. But your character has this self-confidence, is just, it's kind of, she's already found her place, I think. When I saw this show in New York, I was just, everybody stands on their own, but there's something different about the character. What do you like playing the most about this character?
Well, I love the fact that I'm the right age. It's nice to be able to bring your whole self to a part. You mentioned that she's confident. She's gone through a lot. I've gone through a lot. I think I bring a lot of love to the part. We have a very loving company, and I think the audience feels that because we have a great rapport, not just among the four principals, but also the ensemble.
Now, the question of the night. Let's get your drag name. Now, first pet that you owned, and the first pet that you owned, and the first street that you lived on.
Lady was our first dog, and the first street that I lived on. I can't think of it. I can see it. I can't think of it.
You can remember.
The first street, 12th Street.
Lady 12th Street.
But that makes me sound like a hooker.
What for you is the favorite part in the show that you really enjoy?
Well, MacArthur Park is pretty spectacular. I love the story, the heart of the play, the father meeting his young son for the first time. I like the role of Bob. I like how Bob and Bernadette get together, and just the whole concept of a buddy movie, you know, set in the outback of Australia with feathers and boas and just a wild ride, you know.
Yeah, and then you go on the wild ride and you get to experience everything and become a part of their world, which is amazing.
Right. For once in his life, Bob gets on the bus and doesn't get left at the gate.
Yeah.
And he really gets a ride. And it's a wonderful thing. It's a beautiful story.
Question of the night. Let's get your drag name, because I'm picking drag names for everybody since you are in a drag show. So we need your first pet's name.
My first pet would be Matthew.
And then the first street that you lived on.
Linda Matthews.
That would be a good one.
I like Linda Matthews.
You walk in the door.
Like Crystal Light, though.
That's a good one too.
Oh no.
What would you say to people that haven't seen the show before?
Yeah, I mean it's really uplifting. I think it's like a party with a unexpected complexity and depth of heart that I think comes as a surprise to people. And the music is fantastic, and I think you're right. It really, it leaves the audience with a real sense of positivity leaving the room, which is a great joy of doing it. Yeah.
How many costume changes do you have to do?
I think I'm around the 22, but some of those are on stage or like half costume changes. Some of those are 30 seconds long. It's really fast from full boy.
That's more than I have in my closet.
Me too.
So what is your drag name?
Bandit Bridge.
That's kind of a cool one. That's like a stage name. Well, it could be both, but that's like a stage name. You just walk in the door like, "What's up? It's Bandit Bridge."
Yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty awesome name. Now, have you seen this show, Priscilla, yet?
No, and I'm so eager to see it. I can't wait. I saw the film. Have you seen the film?
I've seen the film, and I did see the show. I saw it before opening night and previews in New York. It's amazing. You're gonna love it.
My PR guy told me that it was, Scott Appel said it was amazing.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna be dancing in the aisles. It's so much fun. So much fun. So you're gonna have. So my question of the night is, since this show is about drag queens, I'm getting everyone's drag queen name. So your drag queen name would be your first pet's name.
My first pet's name?
Yes, and the first street that you lived on.
Chimney Christmas. The first street that I lived on was Serrano, and my first pet's name, Love, L-U-V, Love Serrano.
That's a kind of a cool name. So you could walk in the door and just be like, "Love Serrano is here."
Sorry.
That's amazing. That's a cool name. The other one is they're going on this bus trip. You're going on a bus trip. Who would you bring with you?
My husband. I'd bring my husband because I can get lost with him anytime. So
How long have you been married?
we're coming up on our 24th anniversary.
Congratulations. That's big in this town.
It is.
That's like in dog years. That's like 50, 60 years.
He's a director. I'm an actress. I met him on an audition, and the rest is history, as they say.
Well, thank you so much. Congratulations on the show. And
Forward to your success.
yes,
too.
thank you. And keep in touch. I'll try and find you so we can do something for Love Thy Neighbor as it goes on. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now this show's about drag queens, so we're picking people's drag names.
Yes.
So first street you lived on, first pet's name, and first street you lived on.
First pet name. Ooh, that sounds like a porn name for me, because it would be Happy Dalton. So I think I sound more like a porn star than I do a drag queen. First street you lived on. That's a shame. I have a bad drag name.
Me too.
What's
me
yours?
too. Mine is Taffy Parliament.
That's not bad. Taffy Parliament. She's always like in bubblegummy stuff,
I
like
know,
a blonde
that's what
and pink
I feel
wig.
like, yeah.
It kind of be cute.
I know. Then the other question is, since this is a road trip that you go on a bus, who would you bring with you on your bus?
Ooh, I think people always pick wrong. They always pick someone that they think would be a romantic interest. You're gonna get bored of them. Pick your best friend. Bring your best friend
You're gonna
along.
get in fights too.
That's true. I think I would bring like someone I'd live with, like a former roommate that I get along really well. Because being stuck with someone that long, you need to. Even Oprah and Gail fought the entire road trip. Come on.
That was my favorite episode.
I know, it was amazing. Guys, you should do that again.
I know, that was my favorite one. Thank you so much,
thank
Jay. It
you.
was a pleasure.
I love Broadway. I love the energy, and just you can almost like feel, you can see their sweat glistening off their face when they're performing, and it just reminds me why I love acting so much, and the energy and the synergy between the performers and the audience. I mean, that's why we exist as actors.
My big question of the night is, the show is about drag queens, so I'm finding a drag name for everybody. So what was your first pet's name and the first street you lived on?
Daisy Buchanan.
Who would you want to go on a bus with you that you wouldn't kill within the first 5 minutes?
Who's silent? Like, who's really quiet as a personality?
A cat.
I know, right? Okay, so a kitten would be nice to watch them evolve and grow. Audrey Hepburn, because I would love to hear her story, and I know she had a great, colorful history and biography, and I'd love to be able to hear it in her own words. My mother. I never get tired of my mother.
There you go. That's a good one. So you have fun on that one. Thank you so much. About it?
Yeah, I've heard about it for a really long time, and I've never seen it, and I'm really excited. I love the movie, and I've had a lot of friends that were in this show.
And the question of the night is, since the show is about drag queens, we're picking out drag names for everybody. So it's the first pet that you had and the first street that you lived on.
Oh, Lady Macbeth Calhoun.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Mine was Taffy Parliament, so.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
The other one is, this is a show about going on a bus, so who would you bring on a bus with you?
Who would I bring on a bus with me? My band. If I was going to be on a bus, I'd have a band.
That's a good one. Well, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Nice to meet you.
Last night was pretty great. I mean, I not the me part of it, but you know, seeing the talent, and I just wrote a big blog, like a 4-page blog for Parade online, and remembering it and seeing it was really fun. God, those kids are so talented; it's nuts.
The best part for me is your reactions. I love seeing your reactions.
I have zero poker face. I have zero.
You just jump out of your chair like no tomorrow is.
Well, you know what? They make me excited. I get excited about it, and you know,
this is so you think you can dance?
You know, this is my 7th season on the show, and so I feel like I've earned being able to say things like that at this point. You know,
but that's the reason why. I mean, I tune in, you know, to see everyone's reactions and to see the judges. You know, it's one thing, it brings it together. To see the dancers and to see your reaction is just, it makes everything come together.
Well, what I've sort of come to think of as really wonderful for me about the show is that, you know, we're there, but the focus is not on the judges. It is on the kids and the talent and all of that. So that makes me very happy. You know,
there is some amazing talent there.
They're laying it out there on the floor.
And there's some amazing talent here tonight. Have you seen the show before?
I haven't seen the show. I've just seen the movie, so I'm really excited.
You're gonna love it.
Great.
I know you're a Broadway fanatic like I am, so.
I am a bit of a Mr. Broadway, yeah.
So you're gonna love it. The music is wonderful. You'll be dancing in the seats. I think it's going to inspire you maybe to choreograph something else.
Maybe I'll just have a little cardio.
Well, let me ask you the question of the night.
Yeah.
Since the show is about drag queens, we're picking out drag names for everybody. So what is your first pet's name and the first street you lived on?
Heidi Butler, baby.
I
would be Heidi Butler.
Then the other one is, this is they're going on this bus tour together. Who would you bring on the bus with you?
Who would I bring on the bus with me? My husband. I just want my husband on there to have a good time. I'm very I love my friend. I don't know. I have so many good friends. I just bring them all. I just get a bigger bus, like caravan.
Let's get a party bus and just
stripper pole.
So that's it here at the red carpet at the Pantages for Priscilla Queen of the Desert. We talked to so many stars, so I hope that you enjoyed it and you had fun. And we will see you next time. Remember, right foot forward.